come to US about 2 to 3 times a year to attend some conference, and this time I'm going to attend a conference called American Society of Lifestyle Medicine. Lifestyle medicine is a new and very vibrant branch where the doctors are now willing to treat heart patients with lifestyle rather than medical management. And this conference has about 5,000 delegates coming in Orlando, and I am going to be there next week, this weekend, coming weekend. Anyway, so far as heart disease is concerned, all of you are aware that the lifestyle is a major reason for it. In India or in US, the rates are almost similar. I have the statistics for India. In India, if 1 crore people, 10 million people die per year from any disease, for any death, all counted 1 crore per year, 35 lakhs is from heart. So about 35% deaths are heart, and almost in US also it is 30%. So out of all the deaths, 1/3 death means out of every 3 person, 1 will die of heart. And this is the kind of, it can be called an epidemic. Epidemic is when from the same area, from the same disease, lot of people die. So this is a pan-epidemic, not single area. It is the whole of the world dying of heart. Long time back, and still in Africa, some people are dying because they don't have food. But now it is dying because they have lot of foods, lot of fatty food inside, and it is choking our tubes from inside. And choking, and suddenly the heart stops and the person dies. And this is a very, if you look at it, we know the reasons, but there is nobody to tell you what to do so that the heart disease does not progress. And those who have already heart disease, they can rectify themselves, they can reverse themselves. So we are running this program for the past 30 years. My career began when I started working in AIMS New Delhi, and 6 years we started training heart disease patients. Remember, there are diseases which are caused by single factor. Single factor disease is what? Infection. So you have an antibiotic for that, and the infection is over, the disease is over. You have tuberculosis, they give you antibiotic, anti-tuberculosis treatment, you are all right. Somebody has malaria, so anti-malarial, all right. But now heart disease has multifactorial. It is the food, it is the lack of exercise, it is the tobacco, it is the stress, it is lack of physical activities, lack of vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. So it's a multifactorial disease. So naturally we have to work on all the directions. Not that single bullet treatment, okay, you take this tablet, your disease is going to be over. No, not like that. There are multiple factors. Heart disease is worsened by a few factors like overweight. So if you don't control overweight, then the heart disease is going to stay. It is because of diabetes. So you don't control diabetes, you are in the same boat. It is controlled, if you don't control your high blood pressure, then you are in the same boat. So all these reasons have to be taken care when you are treating heart disease. So little complicated than a simple open and shut disease, malaria diagnosis done, treatment given, patient is all right, now go back home and do whatever you want to do. No, heart disease is a lifestyle factor, disease, and you have to work on all of them. So this is the background with which I am going to talk to you about what all you can do to control all the factors that lead to heart problem. Not one factor, there are so many factors. We have identified 14 factors, and each of them is important. I always give an example of a drum theory. There is a drum which I want to fill up with water, and the drum has 14 holes. And tell me how many holes to be closed if I want to really fill up the drum.
All 14.
And all 14, if I do it half or 80% level, then it does not work. So if you want to really tackle heart disease, you have to be accurate, and in not one front. There are so many fronts, all of them have to be taken care of. Now this is what is not happening. People come to me, sir, I got this right, this right, this right, this right. 5 things I got completely. I am walking every day, I am a vegetarian, I don't have diabetes, I don't have blood pressure. But But how did I get a heart problem? I said, your cholesterol is high. Oh, that I don't know, because I am taking care. But taking care of what? Out of 14, you are taking 10 or 12, or even if you leave 2, 3, 4, you are having a heart problem. So we have to control all those 14 factors which I am going to narrate today. So this is the gist, that heart disease is not a God-given disease. It is created by us by living wrongly, eating wrong food, doing wrong things, having wrong habits, and these can be rectified, and 1/3 of the deaths can be prevented. In the United States, they did what? They said, okay, we will increase the number of surgeries, number of angioplasties. It's something like there's a drain where I put lot of kachra, and then you have put a next drain. I started putting kachra in that, then you need another drain. So you cannot keep on cleaning the drain, and I keep on putting the drain into blocked mode. So you have to work at that lifestyle level. And obviously we are not talking about leaving the medical science. So my organization name is Science and Art of Living. So from medical science we have picked up all the good things. From the art of living we have put the good things together. And this is called Science and Art of Living, and that's my own organization. So I'll go for the slide one by one. Let's see. This is my organization. We call it Science and Art of Living. Medical science, whatever good I have taken. Only thing I have given up is cutting the body. I believe that human body has an immense healing power, and for heart disease you don't have to cut the body. You can rectify the disease and the body will heal itself. Healing itself means what? You scratch a Mercedes car, scratch my hand. After 10 days this hand scratch is gone. The Mercedes cannot repair itself. Human-made machines can't do the repairing job, but we can. Our own body can repair itself. So people donate liver. 1/5 of liver is given, 1/7 to the liver is given, it regenerates again. Body has a regeneration capacity, healing capacity, we should work on it. And this is what is the real sense. We tell people, don't cut the body, try to rectify yourself, and you should know what is what. This is background, of course, I have already been introduced. Heart disease is 30% deaths. In a family of 6, 2 will die. Think of it. Out of 6, 2 is going to die of heart disease. That's the statistics. And not only, all across the world, almost all the developing countries have the same story. And developed countries also. Now there are questions that are asked. I am going to answer each of them. Is reversal possible? Is it proven that reversal is possible? That I am going to answer. How to remove the main causes of heart disease? How it is to be reversed? You remove the main causes of heart disease, it will be reversed. Do we know the causes of the heart disease? Yes. And United States have been in the forefront of identifying all the reasons of heart disease. Have you heard something called a Framingham heart trial? That's the biggest trial ever done by any country, the longest one. After Second World War, they started it. There's a small county called Framingham next to Boston. And they studied everybody in that county, and each of them they have followed for years and years and years for heart disease. Their children to children. All the studies have been done, and they found out all the reasons of heart disease. That because of these reasons, the heart disease happens. Then obviously, across the world, there are so many, countries who have worked on it, and United States have been at the forefront. Then prevention versus reversal. Everybody knows prevention is possible. Prevention means you control little. But reversal, I want everything to be pushed to the 100% level. Let me explain. If the cholesterol is 130 to 200 milligram per deciliter, I am looking for 129. Whatever be the best, little better than the best. This is how we have to work on it. Not half-heartedly. Sir, thoda karta hu. No, thoda nahi. I want everything. Oil to be reduced. You know it. Everybody knows oil is not good, so you must use less and less. I said less nahi hai. Kam se kam. He says, what is kam se kam? I said, one drop, and that also you leave. So oil is what? Extracted from of food. Extracted means nuts are there, seeds are there. Nuts and seeds do what? They grow new plant. They are for growing new plants. So why do you need fat? Fat is a very high source of energy. So the initial growth from the seed to about maybe 2, 3, 4 inches, then the chlorophyll will come from the air, and then from the sun rays and water they can generate things. But remember, when these nuts are concentrated energy, we are getting these nuts, we are getting these seeds and crush them, take all the bad things and put it in our body. And luckily, oil has no taste. You put your finger in that oil and put it in your tongue, there is no taste. We have a wrong notion, गलत फहमी है कि तेल से टेस्ट मिलता है. तेल का टेस्ट ही नहीं है. So I'm going to talk to you about how this oil has come into picture. I remember I talked to a lady, I said, chalo, ek kaam karo. I'll use Hindi in between. I see most of the people are knowing Hindi. So I said, okay, you put your finger and put it in the mouth. Is it tasty? She says no. Then I said, okay, this is oil, this is vegetable. You make these. But I will take the masala. I'll take the spice box. Then how can I make it? I said, no, use the oil. Test all the test from oil you must use. Sir, oil has no taste. I said, then why are you adding it? She was in a dilemma. She has to give a justified answer. Why are you, if there is no taste, why are you adding it? Then she came up, sir, in the spices, salt does not need oil. Red chili powder does not need oil, I can add up. But this turmeric, haldi, dhania, jeera, we have to fry it with oil only. I said, if I do it with water, then what is the problem? She said, if you can do it, tell me how I will also do it. Sir, but pyaj and tomato, I said, that also we are frying with water. So I am going to show you this video which went viral in India and all across the world. And this is a 1-minute video made from a podcast. There is a podcast which I did, and I explained in 1 minute how to make the food without oil. All the masala can be fried with water, and that video went viral. And you know how many people did see this video in Instagram? 500 million, 50 करोड़. इंडिया में इतने मोबाइल फोन्स नहीं, इतने स्मार्टफोन है नहीं जहां पे 500 million views हो सकता है. And it went all across India and anywhere outside India. It's in Hindi. So I'm going to show you this video. Just look at this, 1 minute exactly.
Give me 1 second, I'll first play the music.
पहले तेल डालते हैं सर, हम लोग बोलते पहले जीरा डाल दो सीधा, अब उसमें प्याज खाते हो तो प्याज डाल दो, प्याज में जीरा छिड़क जाता है, अब प्याज को भूनते हो, जब पानी खत्म हो जाए तो थोड़ी सी आधी में पानी देती हो, फिर अब इस प्याज के ऊपर हल्दी, धनिया, मिर्ची, नमक, अदरक सब डाल, कढ़ाई में डालेंगे तो जाएगी पाउडर है, कढ़ाई गरम है, तो प्याज के ऊपर डालेंगे तो जले जाएंगे, और उसमें 1 चम्मच पानी देते उसको सबको उसके ऊपर ये बना दो, थोड़ी देर बाद टमाटर डालो, टमाटर का पानी खत्म होने दो. अब जो एक पेस्ट बन जाएगा, इसको भूनते रहो जब तक स्वाद ना बन जाए. And then the taste is equally good, क्योंकि मसाले वही हैं, भुने में हैं. अब ये जो कुकिंग है, इसको हम लोग बोलते हैं जीरो ऑयल. अच्छा, पैसे भी बचे थे. हम लोग ने 1000 रेसिपीज बना ली, आई गॉट कुक बुक्स, और हमने 50 दिन के लिए मेनू यूट्यूब में डाला है. The process is very simple. पहले जीरा डाल के डायरेक्ट भून लो. Once the jeera is done, cumin seeds, or you can even put those tej patta and curry patta, whatever you want, and that you roast initially without oil. And once they are brown and they start crackling, you add the onion if you use onion. Onion में वो चिपक जाती है, अब जलना बंद हो जाता है, and you keep on frying the onion.
Onion, when the water is lost, it starts frying. Once it sticks, you can add up little bit water. And then you keep on frying and adding little water into the onion. जब ऑनियन आधी भून गई उसके ऊपर सारे मसाले डाल दो, हल्दी, धनिया, मिर्ची, नमक, अदरक, लहसुन, and you keep on frying with little spraying of water. You do not actually need a non-stick pan. You can do with aluminium pan or a steel pan, or nowadays these stainless steel pans are there, so that if you are worried about the non-stick layer. So all these are possible, and once you have the gravy, you can add up whatever fruit, whatever vegetable you want to add. You can make upma, you can make poha. We have made 1000 recipes, 1000 recipes बनाए हैं, and I've got a YouTube channel called Zero Oil Cooking. You can go over there, and 50 days menu. 50 days menu. People ask me, sir, what do you are restricting everything. I said, nothing. I'm giving you everything. He says, how? I said, okay, let's count the breakfast. One day chapati and sabji, another day upma, another day poha, another day oats, another day cornflake, another day idli, another day dosa, another day chilla, another day. बोला और कितने हैं? मैं बोला 100 आइटम है हमारे पास. 100 items you can do breakfast without oil. And if the taste is same, what is the problem? Only thing we have learned from the beginning, the children have been taught by the mothers that how to cook the food with oil. So that is to be expelled. And the taste, if you want taste, there is no problem. All the masalas I have no problem. Only the oil I do not want, because it is not for us. Remember, same way we say milk is not for us, same oil is also not a normal food. It is an abnormal food. We are extracting all the fat from the seeds, from the nuts, and adding to our food without any taste. So that is what is the total process, and I have seen it's working across and it immediately leads to loss of weight, control of blood pressure, control of diabetes, control of heart disease. All of them are related. If you want, you go to your kitchen after you have cooked the whole food on the whole day with oil, and the next wall to the gas burner you touch, it will be sticky. And you don't clean it for 2, 3, 4 days, you will see the layer by layer, the stickiness is increasing. And that's the same thing you are doing inside your heart tubes. So this is what you have to understand. Anyway, let me go ahead. Now I'm going to talk to you about what is heart disease, what is heart attack, and all that. So let's go to the first slide. Let's see what is a heart disease and what is heart attack. You can see this is the heart. This is the central station from where the blood is pushed to the whole body. Let me give you details. Now look at this. This is the heart. This heart, both sides, lungs is there. This heart pumps the blood to the whole body through this tube called aorta. A single tube comes out of the heart. Remember, God has given us the best machine you can ever think about. The heart pumps, one single tube will come out. In the building, you will see, in your house, there will be in the top, there is a tank, and one pipe comes out. And that pipe will give branches to all the toilets, all the kitchens, everywhere. Same way, heart has one single tube coming out, and as soon as it comes out, gives one branch, 2 branch, 3 branch for the heart. Then it goes further, gives 3 major branches, one for this hand, one for this hand, one for the brain. You can see now takes a U-turn, goes to the chest, then the abdomen, gives liver, kidney, everybody, and then the legs. So once the heart has pumped, where all blood has reached? All over the body. Now the tubes in question are these small tubes, these single tubes that the heart is receiving for itself. One is called the RCA, this one is called the right coronary artery, this is the LAD, and this is LCX. And inside this tube, you can see this is no deposit, this is 10%, this is 20-30%, this is 50-60% blockage. If I show you a bigger picture, this is how a blockage looks like. One tube I have cut, this is a 0 blockage, and this is 70-80% block. And what is over here? There are 2 kinds of fats. One is cholesterol, one is triglycerides. These are the 2 deposit items. People ask me, sir, does blood pressure deposit? I say no. Does sugar deposit? No. Does smoking deposit? No. Sir, what actually causes the deposit? It is the fat. The fat comes from cholesterol and triglyceride. So people say, sir, I remember, somebody I told, these blockages keep on growing. One day it will reach a proportion where the difficulty is coming, you know. When you have difficulty, you reach the doctor. You have a dental pain. What will you do? How long will you take to reach the doctor? Next 1 hour. Because the pain is so bad, you have to rush to a doctor. You have a joint pain. You will go to the doctor after within 1 week, 2 weeks. Heart disease, 40, 50 years, you never know. So you never, they do not give you any trouble. So you never reach a doctor. When you reach, when it starts giving you pain, and then you will realize the blockage has already crossed 80%. Till 80%, there will be no difficulty, no pain, no nothing, no breathlessness. So people will not reach the doctor. If you look at the age, 20 years the blockage has started. Why 20? It's a rough estimate. Our children grow like this. Till what age? 17, 18, 19. Then the growth stops. Now this fat is not required at all. Now this fat keeps on depositing. So remember, at the age of 20, you may not have any blockage, but after that, the blockage will begin. Suppose at the age of 60, somebody has been declared to have 80% blockage. So how many years? 40 long years, and you never went to a doctor complaining that I've got a heart problem. Because God has given us this 80 extra. Our heart's supply is 100 and requirement is 10%, 20%, and rare cases 30%. Rare case is when you run. Nowadays, any of you would run? Almost no. So running you need 30%. If you walk, then 20%. If you're sitting, then only 10% is what is required by you. So somebody has a 90% blockage. He says, sir, I'm sitting, I have no problem. When he walks, he needs 20. So till the person is able to walk 5 kilometers, 5 miles, he does not complain. The day somebody complains that I get chest pain on walking, that means 80% blockage is already over. So patient will come to us when? When he has crossed 80%. Before that, he says, sir, I am not a heart patient. Do you think all of you would have zero blockage inside? Those who are not heart patients? We do not know. Maybe 60, 70, we do not know. I'm going to talk to you about how to know it. We can even know that how much is the blockage till now. So anyway, heart disease you have understood. If I have to say in one sentence, heart supplies blood to the whole body. For itself, it takes 3 tubes and inside them, 70-80% block is crossed, then you become a heart patient. Is that all right? Simple knowledge, not complicated. Now, this problem has another bad complication called a heart attack. You know what is that? This 80 becomes 100, then it is a heart attack. 100 means supply is how much? 0. So the person starts getting pain at rest. At rest, you need only 10. That is not available. So patient starts saying, oh, I've got tremendous pain in the chest and sweating. He has got a heart attack. Possibility is there. Now, what is a heart attack? How does it happen? The blockage is growing. There are 2 walls. This wall is very thick. You can see. This wall is weak. So this wall will bulge and bulge and bulge. And one day, can it break? Think of it. This wall will break and immediately chemicals will be released into the blood. And this is the liquid blood will turn clot, solid. Solid blood is called clot. Now, once the clot happens, how much is the blockage? You can see this is a 0 block, this is a 80% block, and this is a 100% block. This blood has clotted. The blockage is same. The blood clot has made it 100%. Why did the clot happen? Because chemicals came and clotted the blood. Why the chemical came? Because the membrane bursted, the wall bursted. Why did the blood, membrane, the wall blasted? Why? Because it was growing. So if you keep on adding more oil, more fat and not controlling all the factors, then the blockage will grow. And one day ultimately you will get into a heart attack. Have you understood how do these 2 things happen? It's not so difficult. I remember one of the times I went to a village. Here, obviously, people are educated. I went to a small remote village in Haryana. And that village Pradhan, we call it Pradhan, he requested, sir, I have heard some of your lectures. I want my people, village people should know. So I said, okay, call everybody, and I started talking like this. And then I asked people, okay, tell me what to do so that the heart attack does not happen. Very simple question. I can ask you same thing. You know heart disease now. And I do not want any heart attack, what to do? So one of the persons raised the hand. I said, batao kya hai? And he gave me a answer, that's the best answer I could imagine. Came from where? No education, only common sense. He says, sir, ye jo pila hai na, this yellow item, you cut one piece, send it to a pathology lab and find out what is the item over here and stop the supply of this item from outside. Correct or not? Very simple. Common sense. यार ये पीला चीज क्या है, इसकी सप्लाई बंद करो बाहर से. And this पीला चीज what? Cholesterol and triglycerides. तो इनको सप्लाई बंद करने में क्या प्रॉब्लम है आपको? एक में तो टेस्ट भी नहीं है. So this is what you have to look at it. Very simple things, and obviously not these two only. There are other factors which help them to grow the blockage. So all these you must know. These are the tests for, the reasons. Suppose the sugar is there, so you should do the sugar. ECG does not really give you a lot of information. Why? During ECG, you lie down and you want to find out whether the heart has shortage of blood. Lying down, how much is the blood requirement? 10% or less. Suppose the blockage is 80 or 90, ECG is normal. The patient came, sir, I got 20 ECGs. Every month I am getting one ECG, but do I have heart problem? ECG is normal. I said, during ECG, did you have pain? No, sir, I get pain when I walk. I said, then take the ECG while walking. He says, oh, the TMT hai, treadmill test. I said, do it. He says, so that is why ECG is not coming, or, it is coming all right because I am lying down. So if I walk, the pain comes. That time if I take the ECG, then it will show. But if the treadmill is negative, you are running, that means what? You have no heart problem, no blockage. 30 is open, 70 is blocked, your treadmill is clean. So a lot of people depend on that. Oh, my treadmill is, I have done my treadmill, it is all right. I said, nothing. 70% block still may be there. So most of these are, not so much, reliable to detect the blockage. Only thing prevalent was a wire angiography. They have to put a wire inside your body and then see the blockage by putting a dye and taking X-ray. But modern technology, and during this putting the wire may puncture anything inside, so you have to get admitted. And then the wire has to go to the heart, and then lot of complications may be there. So I was thinking there should be some other method, and now technology has already solved it. Now we've got a CT angiography. This is CT angiography. You lie down over here, it goes inside, the camera rotates, and within 1 minute, you will know how much blockage is there. And this is much more popular in India now. United States, they have blocked it. Blocked it in the sense what? CT angiography in India, how much does it cost? $100. Here, $3,700. Why so many times? No, sir, it is not. The cardiologist only telling you have to put the wire. See, there is a crude method. Crude method is putting the wire inside your body to see the blockage. But the technology says you don't have to put anything inside. You just put a dye and do the picture and you will know the blockage. So anytime you come to, I don't know how to solve the problems of so much of expenses in India for a CT angiography. But whenever you come to India, spend $100, less than $100, and you will know how much is the blockage. And it's so easy.
Does it tell you the blockage of every
Heart arteries, three arteries of the heart. Definitely. Definitely.
When the stent somewhere stent is inside,
Yes, even if the stent is there, you can see the stent inside.
doctor says that it will not be clear, so it will not.
It is clear. This machine in India, it costs 5 crore rupees. How much it is in India? Here, 5 crore rupees is how much? Some 100 million. No, 1 million. Less than, this is what Rakesh ji got it done from India this month when he went. Last time he heard the lecture.
Lecture I heard, and I went to India and got it done. And he saw those reports and he told me exactly how much block I have. Here, doctor is saying, you have stent inside the heart.
No, it can be seen. Now the technology has improved so much. Initially, they used to have 64 slice. Then came 128 slice. Then came 256 slide. Now 380 slide, 500 slice. The like the Apple phone cameras, it is keep on improving. So same way it has happened, and 4 companies make these machines: Siemens, General Electric, Toshiba, and Philips. Do you think these are not dependable companies? But the doctors are not dependable now because they have their cardiologists have their problem because their bread and butter comes from wire. So they may not recommend, and this openly I can say in India, but here it is little difficult to say that. But again, what is there in India almost is happening in US. Anyway, let's go and we will have the question answer. Hold on. Okay, so let me proceed first. So I have explained to you what is heart problem in simple. I have explained how to diagnose it. And now the reasons of the heart disease. These I have put in a very simple way. All the reasons are there. Number 1 is cholesterol. Number 2, triglyceride. Then good cholesterol being less. You've heard something called a good cholesterol, HDL. That being less is one of the reasons. Then high blood pressure, systolic, diastolic. Then sugar, fasting, PP. Then smoking, tobacco. Then obesity. Then walking, not walking. Then oil, lot of oil in the food. Then milk, lot of oil, milk in the food. See, milk and cholesterol, let me explain now. I'm going to, and then let me finish this. Less of fruits and vegetables, non-veg food, not doing yoga, not doing meditation, lot of stress. Now, these are all the 14 reasons I was talking about. Now, how many do you feel you should solve? All of them. That is a problem. Now, the first one is cholesterol. Cholesterol in our blood will come from somewhere. Where? One is liver manufacturing cholesterol. And second, in the food, putting cholesterol. So, food is controllable or liver is controllable? Food can be controlled. So, in the food, I do not want any non-vegetarian food, milk and dairy product. Any animal food has cholesterol. Remember, very simple formula. Any animal food has cholesterol. Animal food is what? Any animal you eat, whether it is chicken or mutton or whatever animal you eat, it has cholesterol. Any milk or milk product, they have cholesterol. Obviously, from milk you can withdraw all the cholesterol and making it toned and double toned and skimmed milk, but milk still have some cholesterol. It is better to get it off. So this world vegan vision is true answer to heart disease. First thing is to cut the cholesterol. Now the second one is triglyceride. And remember, this cholesterol triglyceride is also manufactured inside our liver. And in Indians, 80% of the Indians, this cholesterol triglyceride is manufactured double the capacity than it should have had. So you are a you are 100% vegetarian, you have given up milk, still the cholesterol is high. That means it is coming from genetic reasons. Your liver is producing double the cholesterol. In such case, we have to give you medicines to reduce the cholesterol. Otherwise, sooner or later, you will develop a heart problem. Okay, and now what about triglyceride? This is oil. Remember, oil, they are fooling people. Oil has what? Triglycerides. So they will write 100% cholesterol free. People are very impressed. Oh, sir, it has no cholesterol. Cholesterol is different item and triglyceride is. So think of it. In a triglyceride item, you are writing free from cholesterol. Is it to fool the people or not? Something is not there. You write whatever is there. Let them read the label, sir, these are the items. But they will write 100% cholesterol free. Now, people do not have all that knowledge. So they are impressed. Sir, people come and ask me, sir, how do you like these cholesterol free oils? I said, it will be triglyceride. Cholesterol, all the oils are, only 2 oils have cholesterol. Which are these two oils? The ones coming from liver, from cod liver, that is animal food. And ghee. Ghee is from where? Animal. So ghee has cholesterol along with triglyceride. And cod liver oil. All oils are full of triglyceride. Now there is another jargon. What is the jargon? Saturated, polyunsaturated, and monounsaturated. Have you heard of these names? These are all these are, I would say, false items. You should never try to know all these. Why? Because it is increasing the jargon and making you forget the main important thing, that is triglycerides. Triglyceride can be three kinds: saturated, polyunsaturated, mono. Let me explain what is the difference. Tri means what? Three. Glyceride is glycerin. Have you heard? In the cold season, we apply glycerin on the face and all. So one glycerol, three fatty acid make it triglyceride. Now this fatty acid has, suppose, 15 carbons. If you know chemistry, in carbon there are 4 valency on the outer surface and 4 can be filled up, then the carbon is filled up from all directions. One carbon joined with another. So 2 are blocked by carbon, 2 by hydrogen. Now if all the hydrogens in 15 carbon, there are 30 hydrogens possible. All the 30 are filled up, then it is called saturated. In this room 30 seats are there, 30 people are sitting. What is this room called? Saturated. Now one of you walk out, then it becomes what? Unsaturated. And one is monounsaturated. Means out of 30, if 29 is there, it is monounsaturated. And 2 people walk out, then polyunsaturated. What is the total difference? I will give you a similar example. Have you heard these water bottles? Bisleri, Kinley, Aquafina. I will give you 3 glasses and pour one after another and mix up the glasses. And you have to tell me which one is Bisleri, which one Aquafina, which one is. Do you think they are same or some jargon can be possible? So one company says, sir, मैं Germany से import करता हूँ ये machine. He says Switzerland, he says Sweden. Now tell me what is the difference? Sir, huge difference. Germany is completely separated by. These are jargons. Are Baba, items is exactly same oil. So if I make 3 vegetables, one with sunflower, one with olive oil, another with some other oil, saturated, mono, polyunsaturated, you will be able to tell me, no, which one is from which oil. That means what? Another thing, you can go to a pathology lab and demand that out of my triglyceride, you have to separate it out, how much saturated, how much poly, how much mono. Will they give you an answer? Or you ask them, sir, please write SAAOL, I am taking sunflower oil. So write SAAOL, I am taking olive oil, write olive oil. He said, I can't do that also. Because they are almost same. So if one oil is 90% harmful, another is 88%, another is 87%, which one suits you better? 3 criminal है, एक के में 30 cases है, एक में 29, एक में 28. कौन सा criminal आपके लिए suitable है? Have you understood the meaning? And it has no oil, no test. अब आप सोच लो, these whole heart disease has boiling point is 2 items, cholesterol and these 2 are solvable or not? If I can cook the food without oil and give up all the non-vegetarian food and the animal food, and there are thousands of still items available, what is the problem? Plus there are small things. What are the small things? Eat lot of fruits because it has got antioxidants, it has got lot of minerals, vitamins. These are very useful things. Plus walk every day. Plus give up smoking. Now what is the problem? Why can't we do it? Is it so difficult? आपको क्या लगता है? All the oils are required. All oils. And remember, now what is the problem? Let me explain. I told one of my patients, no oil from now. He understood the whole thing. He went to his wife, told her at home, no oil. She will agree, no, immediately? Yes or no? What will be solution? She will come up with a new solution. Itna dalugi. Now the husband I have explained no means. She says no, this is not allowed. Okay, I will put this much. Then she says no, Baba, no, zero oil. Okay, itna sa. And if you insist no, then she says I will not add any masala. It will be only boiled food. Have you understood why she has withdrawn the masalas? Because she has not been taught that the masala can also be cooked with water. Have you understood the difference now? From her early childhood, all the ways she has learned this oil is not good, that oil is good, this oil is not good, this oil is good, cold pressed oil, small pressed oil, hajaro cheez. But oil is oil, it is depositing. So I have a oil, and this oil we call it SAAOL oil. The best drink, healthiest drink, costing no money. And the taste is equally good. You are habituated to it. Only during cooking you use this oil, so the problem is solved. Now rest of it, definitely when you cut down oil you start losing weight. When you cut down the non-veg food you start losing weight, your cholesterol goes down, your blood pressure improves, your sugar improves, and you walk every day, still add up things, and you do yoga, meditation. So all of them are, so what we want people to do, all these red zones have to be converted into yellow. Means prevention. Red is you are growing the blockage. Yellow is you are preventing. Preventing means thoda thoda. Little I will do. But prevention for what? When you are declared that I've got 10% blockage, 15% blockage, then you can look for prevention. You know, heart attack happens when? Another very important. There's uncertainty about heart attack. People are worried when the heart attack will take place. Why? Because the membrane has its own strength. It may not burst at 90% blockage in some people, and it may burst at 40%, 50% blockage. So it depends on the strength of the membrane. Now, can you know your strength from outside? No. So after 50, somebody says, sir, I was 50% blockage is there. He's running. Next day, can he get a heart attack? The membrane is weak. 50 to 51 membrane bursted. And the membrane is strong. People have come to me, sir, 90 blockage hai. If I walk small steps, I get pain. But no heart attack till now. Means what? The rubber band, the membrane is strong. It has not bursted even if the tube has 90% blocked. Possible or not? So somebody says, sir, can you tell me how strong is my membrane? At what point it will break? I said, then, sir, if it is going to break at 80, 79, I will stop. Is it all right? Stop now, man. Why do you want to wait for the 80 to happen? You stop wherever you are. So people are, sir, I've got 80% blockage. Can I stop? Sir, I've got 70%. Can I stop? I said, wherever you are, even if you are 50%, 40%, 30% block, don't grow the blockage. You are solved. Don't grow the blockage is when you have 20, 30% blockage, you can keep it in yellow. It is still all right. Let me explain about with the example of cholesterol. Cholesterol is 132 to 180 in my chart. Now, which one is preferred by you? Let me explain in a very, he says 180. Let me explain. I'm taking an Indian example. I send my person that you buy this pen. Exactly this company, this, everything same. Go to the market and buy. But on the last time when he was leaving, I said, Dekhna, ek dukaan se nahi kharidna. Try few places and then buy. He calls me up from the market, sir, I'm getting 3 choices. I said, what? Sir, somebody is selling this pen for 130 rupees, somebody 150 rupees, somebody 200 rupees. Tell me which one should I buy from? Now what is the answer? I said, no, 130 से नहीं खरीदना. बोलते हैं फिर मैं बोला उससे bargaining करना. Have you understood the reason? Now somebody says, and if he buys it for 200 and comes and declares that I have had 3 rates, but I bought it from 200, I'll throw him out of his job. Why? Lacking common sense. Arey bhai, jab 130 possible hai, then why are you looking for 180? Now, have you understood the reason? So you have to get to green area, and green is 130. This is what we have developed ourselves, and this is called SAAOL Safety Circle. Now we are getting an app out of it. So we will ask you all the figures. You put the figure and you will get your curve. Wherever you are in red, you will know that. And then in that red area, you put your finger. It will give you what to do so that you can bring it to green. This is our curve, SAAOL Safety Circle. Cholesterol, it should be ideal value is what? Less than 130. People I have seen, the doctors also telling people, 200, wonderful, you've got a very good report. Have you heard such a things from a doctor? Do you think, naukri se nikalu, nahi nikalu? Simple common sense. Somebody says 130 is possible, 100, 200 is possible, and he says 200 is my son gets very low marks, C grade. I said, very good, very good. Arey, why very good? You will immediately jump. Why not A? You have to look for the best, not the worst. And remember, source of blood, animal food, manufacturing in the liver, and stress exercise related. So you have to do all of them. Now the triglyceride, if you see, it is the sources of cholesterol. Meat has 100 milligram, egg has 240 milligram, milk, all kinds of milk, cow's milk, toned milk, skim milk, all of them have cholesterol. But people ask me, sir, do we need some fat in our body? I said, yes, we need. Sir, where will it come from? I said, God has already been kind. Every food has some oil in it. Chapati has 1% oil. Atta, that has 1% oil. Rice has 1.5% oil. Dals, all dals have oil. Even a small vegetable has oil. You make a tomato soup out of 4 tomatoes and you will see some oil is floating on the top. You did not add this oil, still it is there. How come it has come? It has come from the innate. God has created us, it has already created food in the form of fruits and vegetables and cereals. They are good enough, you don't need any oil from outside. This oil and this cholesterol, they are killing 1/3 of my population. Israel has killed what? How many people now? 40,000, and so much of hue and cry. And every year in India, 35 lakh people die. No hue and cry. There is nobody knows it. And they are telling it's all right, everything is under control. There's nothing under control. And in United States, so many people are getting surgeries. Why? They are blocking and blocking and blocking, and surgeons are flourishing. Now, what is the final? What is the final thing? You have to take care of yourself. I think I have given a triglyceride structure. No, I did not. Remember, oil, ghee, sunflower, canola, dhara, sundrop, moondrop, gold drop, svikar, vital, olive oil, rice bran oil, all of them are triglycerides, whether it is saturated, polyunsaturated or monounsaturated, almost they are similar. HDL is good. HDL, how to increase? There is no food which can increase the HDL. Lot of people think nuts are good. Think of it. I am not giving you any peanut oil, and I am giving you peanut from outside. Eat peanut. Good or bad? Logical or not? That body will get oil from peanuts. So how can I, if I am cutting down all the oils, how can I allow you nuts? People say, no, the nuts are very good. The poor people in India, they can't afford nuts. They are eating chapatis and rice and dal, and they are stronger than us. We are thinking nuts, without nuts the life will be spoiled. Nothing, nuts are not required. So remember, very logical thing is you have to cut down all the fat intake, because fat is the major killer now. Fat is depositing inside. Anyway, for HDL, remember, green vegetable, what to do? Remove the cholesterol from the blockage. HDL removes cholesterol from the blockage. It withdraws the blockage. What to do? Exercise, walk, stress management, and green vegetable. And it should be cholesterol, 25% of cholesterol. Remember, there is a new rule now. Cholesterol, if you lower, then the HDL will also go down. So it should be more than 25% of the total cholesterol. more than 25%. Means if your cholesterol is 140, 160, then your HDL should be more than 40. And suppose it is 120, then even 130, 30 milligram of HDL is also all right. The ratio should be more than 25, 1:4 ratio. Blood pressure should be 120/80. So do I have to again apply that same common sense? Best is what? 120, 130, 140. People say 140 is all right. I said, how all right? We want the best. Remember, blood pressure, sugar, if you don't control, the blockage will speed up. And smoking, they don't block themselves, but they speed up the blockage. Speed up the blockage means what? Let me explain. I think I've got that slide also. Here, the deposit items are what? Cholesterol and triglyceride and HDL. They all mix up and make some bomb called LDL, and the LDL deposits. So if I tell you don't take LDL, you'll have to answer, get what answer? LDL is not there in any food. Our body is manufactured from cholesterol and triglyceride. So the raw material is cholesterol, triglyceride. Now people are talked about LDL. He says, sir, I don't know any food which has LDL. I said, LDL is not there in the food. The cholesterol is there, which will convert itself into LDL. So don't bother about LDL. It is not, it is a medical item. You cannot control LDL unless you control the cholesterol. So you reduce cholesterol, LDL will automatically go down. And who all will help the cholesterol to block? The blood pressure, the sugar, the overweight and stress. These are the four major items which speed up the blockage. So suppose somebody has cholesterol, he is going to have heart problem at the age of 60. Because he has high cholesterol, the liver is producing and he is eating wrong food. Now if he has diabetes, then he will get heart problem 5 years earlier. If he has high blood pressure, then another 5 years. If he is smoking, then another 5 years. So the more wrong things you add up, your blockage speed will increase. So nowadays you will see young people getting heart problem. Their cholesterol is high, plus the stress is high, plus the smoking is there, no exercise, overweight. So heart problem will come at the age of 30 also. Let me explain that part also. I think I'll first answer I'll give you. Or let me complete the thing now. For blood pressure, what to do? Salt restriction, fat restriction, yoga, body weight reduction, regular walk, stress management. And still not control, you take medical management. I have no problem. But I cannot allow the blockages to grow. So medical management I am not adverse to. But cutting of the body I am adverse to. And sugar, fasting 100 and PP 140. And 3 months control should be 6.5. And this is the body mass index. You should keep the body weight at 25 BMI. So diet, 2 major rules, 2 minor rules. Major rule is zero oil cooking. Change the cooking method. All oils are equally bad. Avoid non-vegetarian food. It has got cholesterol. 2 minor rules. Stop milk and its products. And no nuts and dry fruits which have. Agreed? Logical? I'll come. Question answers. Hold on. 5-10 minutes. I'll close it. Now these are my cooking books. Zero oil cookbook, zero oil snacks, zero oil thali, zero oil South Indian dishes, zero oil sweets. 150 sweets can be made without oil. 150 items. Kitna chahiye aapko aur? These are Hindi translation. These are my videos. Now stress is one of the major factors. Remember, stress you cannot control 100%. So my green zone is 50% stress. Nobody can have zero stress. If you have zero stress, you will give up everything, your car, your house, everything you will give to people. Say, I don't want anything. So zero stress is not possible. So you have to cut down the stress to about 50% level. There is no measurement that medical science has. So we have to cut down the stress to a great extent. Body weight, I have explained. Tobacco, what it does. Any kind of tobacco, whether it is jarda, gutka, cigarette, in this country, because of the education I have seen, this is going down. But alcohol is going up. That is also a culprit. Walking about 35 minutes per day. If you are a heart patient, then do it empty stomach. If you are not a heart patient, proven by CT angiography. In India, we have a very, new process. CT angiography costs 15,000 rupees in Delhi. But out of that, if I recommend a person CT angiography, I will get 5,000 also. Why? Because it is called referral fees. I have chosen out of 10 people, one person where my patients will go. So that person will pay me referral fees. So we talked to them. I said, no, I will send you 10 patients. Sir, then I will 5,000, I'll make it 6,000. I said, send you 100 patients. He says, sir, then I'll give you 7,500. So in Delhi, if you take my prescription and go to anywhere where we recommend, they will charge only 7,000 rupees. In Bangalore, it is 6,500 rupees for a CT angiography. Normally, it is 12,000 rupees. In Bombay, it will be 7,500. I have got 135 clinics in India. Wherever you want to go, there you can get some discount out of us because we have busted the process that we know how to reduce the cost. Yoga, I have got 3 videos, 8 minutes each, daily yoga for heart. Yoga is safe because it does not increase the heart rate, so angina does not get precipitated. And this is the drum theory, if you remember. ड्रम में 14 छेद है, कितनी छेद बंद करूं, ड्रम भरना है. Theory of reversal, deposit item, cholesterol, triglyceride. Speeding item, blood pressure, sugar, obesity, alcohol, stress, smoking and stress. And reversing item is zero oil cooking, walking, yoga, fruits and vegetable and HDL. So this is the crux. You can take a photograph of this. So this is the principle of reversing heart disease. And who will do it? Whose responsibilities? Sir, I have to bring everything to the green. Who will help me to do that? 3 people will help you. Split up of responsibility. Family, patient and doctor. Family will do what? Zero oil cooking. Then vegetarian, no milk, no dry fruits and plenty of fruits and veggies. Patient walking and yoga, cut down the alcohol and smoking and weight reduction and stress reduction. Baki, all of them, cholesterol, triglyceride, blood pressure, sugar, angina, blood thinner, these I will give. So if all 3 agree to reverse, is it possible or not? I have got a very full watertight process. I said, no, nothing can go wrong and nobody can doubt the principles. That why not? Why not go for the best? If the cholesterol is 130 to 200, I will look for less than 130. If I am allowed to go beyond 200, I am allowed to go beyond 130, below 130. Why not? That is whatever best we should achieve. This is what we do, education, and also we give the medicines. In SAAOL, we use all the medical management. Now, about that same questions he asked, let me answer at this point. I want to control the blood pressure. So I have given you all the instructions, you followed it, still you are 140 or 150. And I know if I carry on with this, a heart attack will happen. So I have to control it because I told you, doctor has to control blood pressure, sugar, cholesterol, triglyceride. So what I will do, I will give her a medicine for high blood pressure. Now that medicine, think of the action. I have taken the medicine in my mouth, it has gone to the stomach, then intestine, then the blood, and immediately lowers the blood pressure. Good. Now it is in the blood, so it will circulate through the whole body. When it passes through the kidney can detect it. How? Kidney has been told anything from outside you can detect and throw it out. So kidney catches hold of this medicine. Who are you? He says, I'm medicine. Go out. So kidney throws it out within 8 hours. So I have to give you that tablet for 3 times a day. And if it throws out after 12 hours, then two times a day. And if it throws out after 24 hours, once a day. So after 1 day, the action will be over. Why? Because it is out of your body. So you have to give another medicine. So people say, sir, I have to take all the days. I said, yes, I am waiting for a medicine, 1 tablet for 1 year. So that tablet, when it comes, we'll think about it. But now, till now, we have got only for cholesterol, the injections have come. You take 1 injection, it will remain for 6 months. So after 6 months, you take another injection for the next 6 months. You don't have to take any. So I do not know when it will come, but till now, you have to keep on taking those tablets for the time you want it under control. Now the withdrawal process is what? When you go below 120, you follow the lifestyle, you cut down salt, you are walking every day, you will find your blood pressure is going below 120. Then it is time to withdraw the medications. You do little, you lose weight. Every 10 kilos, every 1 kilo weight loss, 2 millimeter of mercury will fall down. So you lose 10 kilos of your extra weight, the blood pressure will automatically come into control. So you may have possibility of withdrawing the medicines. Hundreds and hundreds of people we have withdrawn the blood pressure medicines, sugar medicines, once they have followed the lifestyle. Now another thing I am going to talk to you, God has given us some extra tubes in the heart. We have 2 kidneys, one we can donate. That means it has come from where? The one that we donate? Spare. So who has given this spare? God has given this spare. In the heart also the requirement is 30 and supply is 100. So 70 was spare. God, for the heart, it has given another set of tubes, which is there but not being used. Possible? In my suitcase there is a chain which I never opened. But if I want, I can open this and the suitcase will expand by 30% more. Possible? This is what? Reserve. And these reserve tubes are called capillaries and collaterals. Collaterals means what? You take a bank loan, they want a collateral. Your house may be mortgaged. That is called collateral. So God has given us a collateral tube inside the heart. And that can be activated. You don't need any, and the blockage is there still. If the blockage bursts and creates a heart attack, the second tube will work. So this is called natural bypass. So now this is a US FDA approved treatment where you can open those extra tubes with a machine called ECP machine. Now what is that? Let me explain. When a person goes to the sports career, they do what? They ask him to run around the ground 10 times every day. Why? So much of blood flows into heart, these extra tubes will open up. This is automated. Chain I have to open. But God has given us an area wherever you put extra blood, that extra tubes will open up gradually. So when a sportsman runs every day, he opens those all the collaterals that you have got. And those extra tubes are activated, you have double the tube now. One that is originally there, one that is lying dormant. So these are called sportsman's tube. When he runs for hours and hours every day, after 2-3 months, his capacity increases. Because of what? Because of those extra tubes. Now a heart patient, you cannot ask him to run. Why? Because he's got more than 70, 80, 90 blockage. So what will they do? This machine is equivalent to running. What is the technology? We take the ECG from here to the computer. And there are jackets. Have you seen when we take the blood pressure, we put jackets around the arm? Similar jackets will be put around the cuff muscle, thigh muscles and buttocks. And ECG will be fed to the computer. Now when the heart pumps, the legs will fill up with water, with blood. Now this blood is coming back during diastole. This is called systole, when the heart pumps and sends the blood. During diastole, the blood is flowing back to the heart. And that time if I squeeze the legs, then what will happen? The flow will be double. The flow would be double. Have you understood this now? झूला आ रहा है, मैंने कुछ नहीं किया, झूला लौट के जा रहा था, मैंने पीछे से धक्का मारा, तो स्पीड ज्यादा हो गया कि नहीं? So this is a technology which was developed after hundreds and hundreds of research in the United States, and it got a FDA approval, and the Medicare pays for it. So there is no cutting of the body. You open the whole lot of extra tubes and it looks like this. This is when the heart pumps, the jackets open up, and when the heart pulls the blood, the jackets close and they throw the blood out. And these are the collaterals. This is the blockage. Bypass surgeon wants to put a new tube. We say don't put new tube. The new tube is already there in the body. So let's open that up. And this is the final result. These 3 tubes get converted like this. The problem is something else. There is a commercial angle to it. This treatment is 1 hour, $120. And that goes to whom? The Medicare pays for it. So it goes to the doctor, nurse who are present over there. So there is not a lot of profits. So the hospitals did what, no, this is not a very good treatment. Operation is very important. But after we fail in the operation, when the reblockages take place, then you do this treatment. So this is for those who are very bad patient where operation can't be done because already 2-3 operations, 4-5 stents have been placed. So this is a good treatment for those people. For ordinary people, this is not a good treatment. Have you understood the meaning? It's a whole commercial angle. In India, we can take care of this because we believe that we have a free speech. But over here, the laws are so different that any lobby can get away with anything. It's a FDA approved treatment. The Medicare pays it, and still there is no promotion in this country. Anyway, we are promoting it in all the clinics. This treatment is available. Anyway, this is few of the doctors who are supporting this reversal theory. This is called Caldwell Esselstyn. And have you heard of somebody called Dean Ornish? He is another star. These are the books by Caldwell Esselstyn and Dean Ornish. And this is my book called Reversal of Heart Disease in 5 Easy Steps. And this is a bestseller now in India, my book. And obviously my YouTube channel is very popular. In my YouTube, there are 4 million followers now, 4 million plus followers. And every day 1 million people see my video. And this video which is, I showed you 1 minute video. It has done how many times? 500 million views. 500 million is 50 crore. Indian population does not have so much of smartphones. Anyway, this is Dr. Dean Ornish trial. He is the first person who showed to the world that the blockages can be reversed with angiographies which are quantitative angiography. Understand one very simple thing. Have you done an angiography? Anybody who has done an angiography with the wire? He has done CT angiography, but normal angiography somebody has done. Have you seen the reports? The reports are 70 blockage, 80 blockage, 90 blockage. Don't you think these are not practically possible? How will the blockage know after 70 there is no 71, no 72, only 80? And after 80 only stop is 90. Is it possible that you have only 70 or 80 or 90? You can't have in between 71.5, 82.3. That means what? These are all rounded off rough figures. They are not correct figures. Estimate, rough estimate. Have you understood the common sense? अरे भाई 70 के बाद 71 भी होता, 72 भी होता. Where are those figures? You are writing 70 and 80 and 90. That means these are all rounded off figures. But the hospitals do one thing wrong. Oh, you may get a heart attack anytime. They do not know when the membrane is going to burst, but they scare people that, okay, if you don't get an operation, you may die any moment. Possibility is there, but you never know that when the heart attack will take place. The people in India, they say, if you go to your house, you may not reach home. Before that, you may get a heart attack. But the blockage, I am giving you a rough idea, 70, 80 and 90. And from 70 to 80, how many years to grow? 40 years, 80 blockage. So 2% per year. So from 70, you have to go to 80. How many years is required? 5 years. So 70 and 80, they are not sure of. But they are sure that the heart attack is going to happen before you reach. Have you understood how the crisis is self-created?
It means the ECG and the TMP is not a show.
No, not at all. Not at all. I have explained to you. So anyway, I think I must thank Rakesh ji and his whole team for calling me over here. And if I have made some changes in your life, I'm going to be very happy that yes, I have come all the way from New Jersey over here. And before that, obviously, I'm now traveling around. I'm going to go to Arizona for a resort where I'm going to stay for 4 days, Sedona. And then I've got Orlando conference and I'll go back on the day of Diwali. We have a resort in Dehradun. Rakesh ji had gone over there this time, where we get people for 40 days do this treatment, that machine, ECP treatment. It's called counter pulsation, pulse and counter pulse. Pulse is when the heart is pumping, and when the legs are pumping, it is called counter pulse. So it's called external counter pulsation, ECP. If you Google it, you will find ECP. You will find lot of news about it. So I must thank all of you, especially Rakesh ji and the whole team. I do not know them personally, but I must tell you, they have run all the details, gone to everybody, put pamphlet, put news, called up hundreds of people. And those of you who have come definitely have understood the whole concept about heart care. And I want you to take care, because heart is very common. It's so common, every family, you will just realize all around you there are heart patients. And these are the patients who can be solved, who can be taken care. I'm not against medicines. I want the cholesterol medicine, blood pressure medicine, sugar medicines to control the things, but not forever. If you do lifestyle better, you may be able to withdraw the medications in future. But don't worry about medications. What is most important, you have to control all the things to green zone. So, and we have now a wonderful, I've got an NGO now. Our main process is now very big. We think we are making a documentary on whatever I have told you. And this documentary is going to be shown to all the 760 districts of India. Every person of India, I want to educate on heart care. So they will see a movie where we will tell them everything about all these, whatever I've told you in 1 hour. And for this, I've got a foundation called Punya Heart Foundation. Punya, you know, Pap and Punya. And I've got a very small story to back up that Papa Punya theory. One person, he was 60 years old and his friend died suddenly of a heart problem. So he starts thinking that it is also that I will also go off within some time. So he starts thinking, if I have to now leave, so let me plan. So he suddenly found out he's got lot of properties, lot of money, cars and bank balance. All of them have to be left behind. So he was so worried that after so much of effort, I put so much of things, and now everything I have to give up and depart. So he starts thinking, यार ये सारा सामान ऊपर ले जाऊं तो कैसा रहेगा? इस बार नहीं तो उधर जाके enjoy करेंगे. Possible or not? So he plans that everything I will take it over there. Now whoever he wants a suggestion, भाई कैसे लेके जाएंगे? Everybody smiles, बोला पागल हो गया. खाली हाथ आए हो, खाली हाथ. He says, नहीं ऐसे नहीं होता. I will not leave everything and go. So then one fakir, you know, fakir, Sadhu Baba, he meets him. So he tells the same story, sir, I want to take everything. बोलता हो जाएगा ना, सारा ट्रांसफर कर देता हूँ. बोला कैसे करेंगे? बोला तुम अमेरिका गए हो? बोलता हाँ खूब गया हूँ. तो अमेरिका में ये रुपीस चलता है? बोलता नहीं, डॉलर में कन्वर्ट करता हूँ ना. बोला इंग्लैंड जाते हो? तो बोला वहाँ वो पाउंड स्टर्लिंग मिल जाता है. दुबई जाते, बोला दिरहम मिल जाते. बोला ऊपर हेवन में चलेगा ही नहीं. बोलता फिर क्या करूँ? बोला ये सबको खर्चा करके पुण्य कमाओ और साथ में ले जाओ. अब आपको समझ आ रहा है, पुण्य इज द हेवन का करेंसी. So we are now having this Punya Heart Foundation. The job is to educate everybody, every person. पहले तो इंडिया के ही सोचूंगा, बाद में फिर सोचेंगे कि अमेरिका में कहाँ हो और यूरोप में कहाँ हो और रशिया में कहाँ हो और चाइना में कहाँ हो. But we are on it because it's not very difficult to make you understand. The logic is very simple. We know the reasons of heart disease with so much of research with our hand. And all of them, and this is going to be much cheaper. अगर lifestyle change करोगे, your life will change, your heart disease will stop, and if we can reduce some 1 or 2 crore people's death, that's plenty. So anyway, thank you all for being here. I'll have the question answered. For the timing, I'll take a 2 minutes break. Yeah.
Thank you. Please round of applause for him.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was amazing and was more colorful today on. I like to
Hello.
call Mr. Batijaji. He's not here, so Mr. Rakesh Bhargava and Govindji, please. And I know you listened the lecture today. So today you're gonna definitely try the oil-free food. So make sure you all eat the lunch today. That is everything without oil. So please try and change
Our
your life.
Zero Oil channel, they can see this video again.
Yes, and you can Google it on YouTube and you will see zero oil cooking.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was great. Oh,
I want one picture, please.
Ganesh.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And our food was really awesome.
Huh,
It was
question. I'll take some.
oil-free cooking, so you must try this. With that, I like to thank you, Binaji. Entire event you said on the registration, and you take care of us so well. Thank you. Please come on the stage, please. Thank you to all of you. I know you have all the questions for the doctor, but please bear with us for 2 minutes, and you can ask some questions to me.
Thank you, Tejan. This is my job to give vote of thanks. So far, I started the registration.
Very good.
First and foremost, I would like to thank Dr. Chajjer for giving a wonderful and useful lecture. And of course, our Secretary Tejan Raman, she deserves a big round of applause. Our immediate past president and a role model of vegan vision, Mr. Chimamanda Ngozi. Please stand up, Sanji. And also our role model, current president, Rakesh Bhargava. I would like to thank Mastermind Mandi, its management, Mr. Govind Gotija and Andrew Kapoor, Pankaj Kumar, and Ashish Ajmera, and Devendra Bora. I don't know where you are. Please stand up so I can look at your face. Thank you so much for all your support. Last but not least, Rajini Goyal for your timely support. Thank you so much. And of course, all of you sitting here, early morning coming here and listening to the beautiful, wonderful lecture. Thank you all. Thank you.
One more thing. The Binaji is our past president also. And yes. And he is also forever ready for any kind of time. Now you can start some question answers. Rakesh, please.
Thank you so much, Tejan.
Share
So,
with it.
before I open up for Q&A, I have a couple of questions here. Thank you. Couple of things. First of all, we are a not-for-profit, volunteer-driven organization. Each and every one of our members, they devote their time, they devote their energy, they devote their money. And we want one thing in return. Take this teaching from people who have traveled all the way from India. Our young fellow Ganesh was taking pictures. He has driven 2 hours this morning to get Dr. So all this help is for your health and your family. The only thing I want from you is to adopt these teachings in their life. That's number one. Being vegan is very good. I've been vegan for 23 years. I have had 2 heart attacks. Because one thing that Dr. Chajjer can cover that we will have in our future talks is lipoprotein little a, which is a new thing that has come out now, and we're going to have a speaker come and talk about that also. I went for surgery in 2022. The head of surgery in San Francisco told me, less than 1% of my patients are as disciplined as you are, but I'll see you again in 10 years. Nothing I can do. You will have a third stent in 10 years from now. You already predicted that you will see. So my request to everybody is that adopt plant-based whole food diet. Because it's not fun to get scanned, it's not fun to get open heart surgery. You're weakening your body and reduce to your life. Share this message with your friends. There are a lot of people you can help. I know some of you have experienced heart attack. We have a very good friend that Bob and I have known for many years. He just got triple bypass last week. Young man, hardworking, athletic, shocked to hear. I sent this email to about 2,500 people. One gentleman, a Jewish gentleman, friend of mine, wrote from Bali. The Rakesh, I have made Bali my home. 42-year-old, he got heart attack last week. Think about it. Then, whatever you can do, email your people. We have a lot of resources we can share with them. We plan to organize multiple events in the coming year. Help us with your time. Money is not important. Money comes when we need to. We will get up and volunteer. So please join us as a volunteer, spread over. That's the only thing we want from you. Now, ma'am, you have a question.
I'll take this.
Oh, you want me to-
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
Okay, raw coconut.
No, these are nuts: coconut, groundnut, almond, pistachio, and groundnut and walnut. These are all full of fat. Do Google and find out how much fat do they have. When you have all these oil, you cannot, as I give an example, peanuts. I am peanut oil. I am not allowing, but peanut I am allowing. It's something like don't spend cash, only by card. The spending is exactly same.
You mean to say peanuts are good?
No,
Peanuts are good.
I said if I allow. If I don't allow, how can I allow you peanuts? Because it will lead to the same fat in the body.
One question again. Tony, go next. Then sir, go next, and you're getting your next. So go ahead.
Dr. Chajjer, thanks for coming down here. I've been following you for a long time, and I was planning to contact your office and visit you in India. But it's the grace of Rakesh and his team, I'm glad to hear. Cholesterol level of 93, how bad is that?
93 is good. 93 is good. 130 is what I'm looking for. If you are 93 with some medicine, we can withdraw some medicine now. We want about 130.
We have so many questions, so let's do. Sir, you go ahead.
Sir, I have done the all ECP program here in 2019, all 32 sessions done. So what is the next? It is a life cycle. Some year doctor say it is 2 years after you will go again that program.
Let me explain. He was talking to me some time back. He was told to go for a surgery, bypass surgery, CABG, and he chose this ECP treatment, which is available in United States. He did it and he is better. He says, after how many years should I repeat? See, once the collaterals are open, all you have to keep it open, you have to walk every day. So if you walk every day, these collaterals will serve you throughout your life. But if you stop walking, then you need every 3 years, 2 years. Collaterals will close. If you don't walk, they will close back again.
Then again it can be done.
It can be done. It can be repeatedly done. Yes. Whenever you come to India, we'll do it for you.
What will, how many days were there?
About 40 days.
40 days.
Cost
And cost.
cost is very less. हमारे वहाँ पे बहुत कम है.
One more thing, please adopt all 14. Okay, that's the first lesson. Second is that, then we do that. Yogini and then, okay.
Mustard seeds, remember, one pinch of mustard seed does not have more than 1 drop oil. See, if you calculate, our fat requirement of our body is 10% of the total calories. That's the minimum most. We say minimum recommended dose. That is 10% of the calories. Suppose it is 1600 calories for people like us who are sedentary. So 10% is 160 calories, which makes it 18 grams of fat. Now God has given us all the food which has little oil that combines the whole day you eat, combines and gets you that 18 grams. But one pinch of mustard seed does not really harm so much. But when you take mustards in quantity, then it harms. Yeah.
Yogini and then पीछे. Yep. आपका हो गया? हाँ. मनोहर जी. नहीं मनोहर भाई हाँ.
I see YouTube, when doctor talks a lot about olive oil, he says that it has polyphenols, and it is very good for health. So you don't miss.
See, as I told you, if you are sure that you don't have any blockage by doing a CT angiography or you've got 10% blockage, then I can increase this 10%, that is the lowest boundary, to maybe yellow zone. Yellow means you will not grow the blockage. So for that 1 or 2 spoons of oil can be given. But again, that is yellow, not red. Red is eat as much. So red we cannot. So if you are sure that you have no blockage, get a CT angio. If there is nothing, then you can take any oil for that matter, olive oil or ghee or whatever, but in a small quantity. But for reversal, we want 0. Yeah, gentleman over there. Yes.
So you mentioned you all made damages in the body.
Definitely.
Now there is you also mentioned there's reversible. So if you do all these, is damage will cure or not for cure?
As I told you, reversal, he says, all of us have some blockages, which means whatever way I have said, definitely we all have some blockages. We can check it. But he says, if I follow this, will it reverse? If you close all the holes, which is not so difficult. See, all I want is the food habit to be changed. Many of us already vegetarian, so there is no problem from that angle. Then all I want is half an hour of walk and half an hour of yoga. Plus you make sure all the factors are in the rock bottom, then you start reversing. But the reversal, speed is very slow. It has grown in a slow speed, it will come down in a slow speed. But even if you reverse 5%, your chances of heart attack are almost gone. Because, I give an example, there's a bundle of notes on which I am putting in more notes. And the rubber band is getting stretched, one day the rubber band will burst. If I start withdrawing, the rubber band will become relaxed and it will never burst. So, at least heart attack will never happen. Yeah.
So next is Dr. Mamta Saha. She is also our first president of this World League Division in Sri Lanka. So that's quite
Yeah. No, I again have the same process. So many people are having heart problems. So I would first say, okay, if you want to have some nuts, at least make sure you don't have a blockage. If you have a blockage and still you are in the yellow zone, you are not doing a good job, because there will be overweight, there will be some people will have some other factors. The stress is something we cannot always control. So it is better to go to the green zone. Nuts I don't want. And previously, see, long time back, people used to have lot of fat. That time exercise was so much there. One village to another village, people walk down. They will, the farmer's job. But now physical activity is almost going down. See, omega 3 is what? Omega 3, let me explain. Now, what is this omega 3 thing? When you have this polyunsaturated oil, I explained to you there are hydrogen atoms around the carbon chain. Now, suppose the third, there is a double bond. There is a double bond means one person is missing. Suppose there are 30 people are there, one is missing. If he is in the third position, it is omega 3. If it is in the sixth position, it is omega 6. Not a lot of changes happen, but whatever oil we are getting from nature has both omega 3 and omega 6. So that is good enough. We don't have to put specially. Otherwise, we have these omega 3 capsules. If you really want to check omega 3 blood level, it is very difficult to check. So it is actually not so much consequence. It does not have so much of consequences. Yeah.
Thank you. Narayan Bhai.
I have two questions.
Please ask.
The first is the olive oil and extra virgin oil. How good it is to consume every day?
Zero oil if you
all the oils I have told you, they are samely branded. So, people come to me in India, this kind of questions comes. Sir, you said no oil. I'm only taking Safola. I said, Safola is oil. No, sir, they are advertising 97% fat free. You know what is this advertisement meaning? Let me explain. Suppose there is a oil which has 95% saturated and polyunsaturated. 5% is saturated. So out of 100% oil, 5 is saturated, 95 is poly and mono. So they will write 95% fat free. And what small star, and in the bottom they will write saturated fat. That means what? 95% saturated fat free. So 5 is saturated, so 95% is non-saturated. So free from saturated fat. Now what will you read? Today I have told you what is saturated, mono and poly. But what will you read? 95% fat free, cholesterol 100% free. Very healthy or not? Have you understood? This oil which has got 100% oil, they are writing 100% cholesterol free because it is vegetarian item, plus 95% mono unsaturated is there, but saturated is not 95%. So 95% saturated fat free. अब बताइए.
One more question.
We will come back to you, not a problem. Please go ahead and then you go.
The loop recorder. You know what is loop recorder?
You have this halter.
What is loop recorder?
Term loop recorder. Halter. You're talking about halter monitoring.
No, loop recorder, it records your pulses and inform your hospital that you have a heart attack coming, rush to the hospital.
Okay, let me explain. So now these are gadgets available. Hospitals have made up many gadgets. So if you have a heart attack, the machine will immediately, it's a kind of telepathic. So wire one, like Bluetooth. So it will inform a machine that a heart attack is coming. The ECG is showing change. When you get a heart attack, after how much time we can know? Within 10 seconds. When a heart attack takes place, how much is the blockage? 100% blockage. Within 10 seconds, your heart will not get blood and the pain will start. And that recorder immediately can inform a hospital that I've got a heart attack. Now, I'll tell you a very simple story to this. And now then what happens when you reach the hospital? Close. You call them up, within 5 minutes, you are picked up from your home and they admit you in the hospital. Now what they will do? That clot is to be removed. So the blood supply will restore and that area will not die now. So you will save your life. Good. Suppose you are late by 2 hours. That area will die. So within 1 hour if you can do, then it is a lot of benefit. The person can be saved. Now I had a very important question for this. Somebody came, sir, I have understood. So within 1 hour we have to reach the hospital. So sir, do you think I should take my home next to the hospital? I said, why? Sir, then the heart attack takes place, I will immediately enter. I said, do one thing, you take a hospital bed over there also. And best is you take ICU bed. So the heart attack happens and immediately the solution will be. But still better is you don't create a heart attack. Take care so much that the heart attack does not happen. So which one do you think is better? So I have my answer. See, common sense. यार हार्ट अटैक होने का क्यों वेट कर रहे हैं हम? होगा तब जाके हॉस्पिटल को इन्फॉर्म कर देंगे और पहुंच भी जाएंगे. बट ना हो तो फिर इस सब की जरूरत है ही नहीं. तो दिस इज हाउ वी हैव टू स्टार्ट लुकिंग एट इट. भाई रिवर्सल करो.
Talking about the high blood pressure, you're saying 128 is the ideal. But is it ideal for all age levels?
All the age. If I allow, there was a theory long time back that with age, high blood pressure is allowed. See what blood pressure does. You know, 120 pressure is how much? If I cut the tube over here, if I cut the tube here, there will be a fountain of 5 feet tall. This is 120 pressure. आप सोच रहे 5 फीट तक की फाउंटेन निकलेगा, इतनी उसमें प्रेशर है 120, 150 होगा. So now that pressure is hitting the wall and that wall is getting damaged. तो एक आदमी बोलता है सर फिर कितनी उम्र के बाद अलाउड है ज्यादा प्रेशर? मैं बोला यार कोई भी उम्र के संग अलाउड नहीं है. 120 तो हर वक्त ही रखोगे आप.
We'll come back to you. Let us go next, then we'll come back.
Yes, it is better to start medicine, and definitely you walk, you cut down salt, go to half salts. Now these sodium, potassium salts are available, rock salt. You do whatever extras, but first control the blood pressure.
Yeah.
16% oil in it. Flaxseed is not allowed. Seed. See, any seed is bad because they are concentrated source of fat. We are extracting that fat and adding it up.
What he's saying is, if you have heart disease, if you are otherwise healthy, he's allowing you up to 15.
See, now otherwise healthy is straight, CT angiography proven. And otherwise, you know, somebody says, sir, I am now heart failure. 1 year back, did you know you have blockage? No, sir, I was thinking I have zero blockage. So, unless proved, you are a potential heart patient. Not potential in the sense, you never know who gets a heart attack next day.
Ma'am, in the back.
First, I want to say thank you.
Stand up, please, yeah.
This is the first time I'm hearing this, so really appreciate it. My question to you is, carbs and sugar on triglycerides, what are your thoughts on that?
See, remember, carbs, if you take in plenty, whatever body will use, you will use it. But the carbs can't be stored. They will convert into fat and then store. So if you take extra carbs, your weight will increase, and that is a stored fat. So the carbs and lot of carbs, if you take above than whatever you require in a daily way, your weight will go up, and these are all fat. So carbohydrate gets converted into fat and gets stored into the body, and the triglyceride may also go up. So this you should remember. With the carbs, we want the carbs to be appropriate to your weight. So your weight, if it is BMI 25, you cannot take a huge amount of fat because the weight will go up. So that's fat only. Our storage is always fat. Carbohydrate, in a day, we can store in the liver only some 100 grams or something, not more than that.
Go ahead, Vishal ke paas. Please, stand up. Speak louder.
In case of blockage, if the calcification has already started, so the reversal is possible or?
He has gone through some details. There is something called calcification. Have you heard? Now what is that? Our body has, bones. After age of 40 or so, the bones start demineralizing if you don't supply adequate calcium in the food. And this demineralized calcium also goes all across the body and deposits. On top of the blockage, some calcium also can get deposited. So suppose there is a 80% blockage, 1% out of this is calcium, possible. So it will form a layer on the top of the wall. You remember the blockage has a wall which may burst. So on the wall some calcium will deposit. Two things will happen. You cannot see the blockages so clearly because of the calcium. You can see the area of the blockage, but you cannot see it so clearly. And second is, good thing that it gives strength to the wall. So the heart attack chances become. So when the blockage is calcified, the possibility of heart attack is called hard blockage. There's a soft blockage, there's a hard blockage. So hard blockages don't burst so much. Soft blockages burst so much. So chances of heart attack is more when there is no calcium. So it is one way good, one way you cannot see it so clearly. So So that is bad.
You go ahead in the back, please. Yes.
So some people suggest that if you increase your protein, it can offset some of the fat and carbs that you're eating. What do you suggest on that?
See, protein, if you have vegetarian protein, I have no problem. Plant protein is good. But if you are taking non-veg food for protein, then it is not so good. Protein we require, but it has been seen that this meat protein can shoot up your cancer chances. It's much more than in non-vegetarians and vegetarians. So there is a study called China study, and they have shown because of the non-veg food, the China has huge number of vegetarians. Mostly the villages, they don't take so much of meat. The chances of cancer is very low, heart disease very low in vegetarians. Fish is a non-veg food, so not so good. Eggs definitely as animal product is, we do not recommend. It will have cholesterol. Calcium supplement should be taken, otherwise more calcium will be taken out from the bones. So you, even if you have high calcium score in the CT scan, you can still take some extra calcium, because otherwise the calcium score will keep on increasing.
Rajni and then Sumanji. I'll come back to you, doctor.
You talked about yoga and ECT and ECT, and which is even recognized by FDA, but it is not
Promoted by the cardiologists.
promoted by cardiology. Anyway, I have experience over 40 years in physical medicine, rehab, and pain medicine. So I'm talking about yoga exercise, basically calf stretching and ankle pumping. Number one, it is easier for cardiac patients to do because it's done in sitting. Legs are up at least 40 degrees to the level of the heart. So it's easier for load, less load on the heart. Easy to do for elderly patients. What is your experience? How it can help the cardiac function?
See, any kind of exercise, if somebody is lying on the bed whole day, he says, "Yeah, I'll move my legs and hands, raise my legs and down," they are all good things. But for opening those collaterals, you need running. Running means very high speed of running, then only the collaterals will open. The sportsmen are not told you walk around it. They have to run around the ground 10, 20 times before they are allowed to come to the play. So that running is required for opening collaterals, which we do with the ECP. So ECP is a supplementation. It's a supplement, not a replacement of lifestyle change. Yeah.
Sumanji.
Yes. So should we take some avocado in our diet?
No, avocado has 16% oil. 16%. I know it's becoming popular, but avocado, and it is supposed to be healthy, supposed to be, but with something like 16% fat, it has got high calories. So avocado, I don't recommend.
Arshad bhai, then you and then you.
So
I'll come back. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, but does it not increase the HDL?
As I told you, there is no food which is increasing the HDL. Otherwise, I have got a concentration of these items and make a capsule and give you HDL. So there is no food like that. People say, oh, if the cholesterol goes up, the HDL also goes up. So you add any meat, HDL will go up, because the cholesterol goes up, body speeds up the HDL production. Usually 4 is maintained by the body.
Dr. Bhansali, please.
Sir, I had this high cholesterol at one point. So I did some research. I went to websites of John Hopkins and some of these other places. And they said that flaxseed does have positive impact on your cholesterol. So I took it for the week, and I believe it did reduce my cholesterol by about 20 points while it is oil. So I'm a bit confused.
See, basically, remember, flaxseed does not have cholesterol. It has got triglycerides. With the flaxseed, we have oil, the flaxseed oils. So these oils are nothing but triglycerides. So if you take some flaxseed, it reduces cholesterol, does not, go well with my logic. But nevertheless, any kind of fat, seeds, somebody says, sir, two pieces of almond. I always calculate 2 pieces of almond may have 1 gram of oil. So if he is asking for 1 gram of oil, I have not lot of objection. But if you want to have a quantity, then I have a problem. So flaxseed, I would not allow you to increase triglyceride. If the cholesterol is high, you try to avoid the non-vegetarian food, and if the liver is manufacturing it, you have to take medications for that.
Vicky, we have to run.
We have to go now. 4 minutes.
We have lunch served outside. So those who would like to start the lunch, because we have to finish this by 2:30, that's our time. So please go ahead, and then those who want to ask questions, and I will prefer those who have never asked a question so far. So madam, you in the back.
I think we'll take only 3 now.
Okay, fine.
3 questions.
आपने भी नहीं पूछे तो आप डॉक्टर साहब यू ऑलरेडी आस्क्ड आई एम सॉरी बट
हाँ.
वी गुड सबको मौका देना है ना
Nothing. It changes what, when we soak the walnut or almond, in the morning you will see they are double the size. Why? The water has gone inside, but fat has not come out. So people say, sir, soak kar diya to kaisa rahega? I said, it's all the same. It's something like somebody asked me, sir, can I have prasad? I said, now Bhagwan ka cheez kaise mana kar do? I said, yes, you can have prasad. So 1 kilo gulab jamun prasad bana ke khata hai.
You have a question, yes, sir. जिन्होंने पूछ लिया, please, I'm sorry, but I need to give everyone.
For enlightening us on all these issues and removing some fallacies that we had about food. I'm just specifically asking once again about eggs. For vegetarians who like to eat eggs, do you not recommend any eggs at all?
If somebody says, I insist, then what is best? Then I would say you remove the yellow part and white part is still all right.
I have enough evidence that I can share with you on how disastrous the egg is. It's in some cases worse than the meat for some people. If you see me afterward, I'll give you a lot of examples.
About the test, I'll explain to you about the test part of it. There is a small example I always tell people. When a Bengali guy is come to me, I told him don't take oil. He says, sir, no problem, sir. Tomorrow onwards, no oil. Then I tell him don't take fish. He says, मोरे जाबो, मतलब मर जाऊंगा, fish नहीं खाऊंगा तो मर जाऊंगा. So I said, by it has got cholesterol. You are anyway going to die of heart problem. With fish, you will die much faster. So he was very unhappy. After 2 minutes, comes back. Sir, shall I ask you a question? I said, bolo. Sir, do you take fish? I said, no. Sir, then आपकी life में खुशी आएगी कहाँ से? तो मैंने बोला मेरे को देख के दुखी लग रहा है. बोलता ना, देखने तो ठीक लग रहे हो. फिर 2 मिनट बाद आया, सर एक और क्वेश्चन बोलो. सर आप तो नहीं खाते, अपने बच्चों को तो खिलाते होगे फिश. ऐसे सवाल ही पैदा नहीं होता. बोलता है वर्ल्ड का बेस्ट खाना जिंदगी भर नहीं खाएगा, रो रो के मर जाएंगे बच्चे. इतना बड़ा अन्याय उनके संग मत करिए, आप अत्याचार कर रहे हैं उनके ऊपर. नेक्स्ट डे मुझे मारवाड़ी मिल गया. उसको मैंने बोला आप घी ये मक्खन वक्खन छोड़, फिश खाना मत. बोलता कोई 1 लाख रुपया देगा तब भी नहीं खाऊंगा. फिर मैं बोला आप घी मत खाना. बोला घी बिना रोटी उतरे ही कोनी. और फिर हरियाणा वाला मिल जाता है, वो बोलता है सर सब छोड़ सकता हूँ, 2 लीटर भैंस का दूध चाहिए. और पंजाबी मिल जाता है सब छोड़ सकता हूँ, 2 पैक शाम को चाहिए. इट्स ऑल अपॉन योर माइंड. टेस्ट विल डेवलप.
We have to go take two last questions, one in the back and one yogi. No, but as a
related to what you mentioned about how your lifestyle is for travel to Dona and facing. One who has to travel a lot, how can one manage to discipline life?
I think if you see my bag, there is one apple I have kept for emergency purpose. And I make sure that whenever I travel, I mostly depend on normal bread and take some jam and take lot of fruits, and that's it.
If you are hungry, you would not choose for any pizza or pasta?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. But again, since I have done my CT angio twice in the last 20 years, 10 years I'm getting it done. I have no problem. So I may be able to break. But again, as I like, it's something like how badly you want it. Dr. Dean Ornish has got a book called Spectrum. Spectrum says, I am not a policeman. He says, I am not a policeman. You find out what you want. You want a reversal? Give everything up. Do 100%. You want a prevention? Then do little less. And you want to grow the blockage? You have all the liberty. So if you want, like in India, we tell people, you stop in a dhaba, ask for rice and dal. Dal they boil and keep it. When you order, then they will put tadka and give it to us. So I will always go to a restaurant, tell them plain dal leke aao, usme main namak mirchi dal lunga. They have these parathas. So we tell them tandoori paratha banao, gobi stuff karke aur thodi si chutney de do. So these are all possible. Here I have tried, the best is in bread. So I take usually brown bread, I keep it with me and we manage with that.
Yogini, yours is the last question. Go ahead.
Dressing.
Red wine and red wine dressing.
Again, remember, wine of any kind, wine or alcohol of any kind will increase your. No, not possible. Red wine without alcohol, juices are possible, but any kind of alcohol will increase your HDL, triglyceride level. So we don't recommend, and even my medical books don't recommend alcohol.
Again, thank you. Please, I'm sorry, but we have tried our best to accommodate everybody. But now we have to vacate this hall by 2:30. We have to vacate this hall by 2:30. I apologize for being to sleep by the time. But feel free, let Dr. Saab have his lunch. It's a zero hour lunch, he doesn't get it all the time. Yeah, I'll ask him to. And thank you so much for coming.
And I have one announcement. Our next
This guy
event
Tony
in
is a
November
crazy friend of
17th.
mine. He wants to drive you to New Jersey because he wants to talk to you. So if you permit, then only he'll go, otherwise he will not.
And we will give you all the details for the next event. No.
Dream come true.
We are
Thank you so
inviting
much.
different
I'm at
doctors.
your disposal all day.
And
Okay?
all the
Anything you want.
one bigger vision.
Anytime we'll get
Please
there.
come on the stage.
I'm just going to freshen up. And
Sumanji, Binaji.
what time do you plan to
Have
leave?
lunch.
Yeah, that's
No, I am not in a hurry, but he has to go.
Rakeshji, please can we have
All the way, I will be here for half an hour, then we'll go.
I'll be here. No problem.
We can eat energy bar, which is
No, that has.
2.5% saturated.
If they have more of these nuts, then no.
And dark chocolate,
No.
It has fat.
Binaji.
2:30 we'll leave.
Where is Binaji? Thank you. Everybody is asking about your contact number in India.
I have few cards.
So if you can give me, can I share it with
No,
them?
they let them send mail, and this is my
Yeah, I'm gonna
my
tell you.
numbers are not there, but my
Okay.
contact is there.
Perfect. Thank you. હું લઉં છું. હું લઈ લઉં છું. હા. They are talking in. Okay. Please can we take. Vimalji. Okay. Watch this. Vimalji, can we take picture? मीनू जी, आप भी आ जाइए प्लीज प्लीज.
You can shut it off here.